Hi, good
Hi, good afternoon. Very good afternoon. How are you?
afternoon. I'm good. What about you?
Yeah, I'm pretty well. Thanks
So,
for
for
asking.
the first time we are connecting, so may I know your introduction,
Yeah, yeah,
your name, where are you from, everything about you?
yeah. My name is Poonam Shukla. I am a homemaker and a part-time YouTuber also. I am running my own YouTube channel named English with shuklaeen. If I talk about my education, I have done masters in science. As far as my family background is concerned, I born and brought up in Kanpur, but right now I am putting on in Delhi. And in my family, I am living in a nuclear family with my husband and my 9 years old of daughter. As far as my experience is concerned, I haven't done that much. Yeah, still I have the experience of team leader experience for more than 4 years. I work as insurance advisor and as a teacher also. So that is all about me.
That's good, amazing. So, as you told that you were a teacher also, so how long had you been teaching?
I did teaching, I think, not more than 6 months. I started doing teaching. I was a chemistry teacher, 10th class, but I joined it after my marriage, just after my marriage. And it was my biggest mistake because I wasn't aware the atmosphere of the in-laws house, how
Huh?
to tackle all the situation. So because of that, I after 6 months I left the job because it was getting difficult for me to manage. I was in my initial days and
Yes.
somewhere ruining my relationship with my in-laws and all kind of things. So I thought I should give preference to that thing first, then I will do it later on.
So,
And
do you
later
consider it is a mistake or what is it?
actually
So,
it
do you
was
consider it was if anybody girls do these things with herself? So, do you consider these are mistakes which we make after getting married?
yeah, you need to prioritize what is your priority. When you go to in-laws house, you have lots of expectation, and the atmosphere is totally changed from your parents house. Earlier I was taking tuition. Before getting married, I was working and I was independent, and whatever I used to do, I used to get applause from my parents side. Okay, so these
Okay.
are what I was having. But when I came to my in-laws, I started doing job, but I wasn't aware that I have to manage my household chores along with these things. So I was going to school, and somewhere I was managing. But when I see
Okay.
the discrimination between my sister-in-laws and my job, both were
Okay.
working, but there are a huge gap. So it was getting difficult for me, and I started getting bad behavior from their side. So somewhere it was hampering. You can understand. So
So, to overcome from these type of problems, so what did you change in yourself?
I didn't change that much. Initially I just thought ki I to give some time to my relationship because it's quite new. Job I can do earlier because it was not a government job. But if I were in the government job, everybody must have supported me. So
Yeah.
that's the reason also, because nobody take private job seriously. But it's been 21 years old, 21 years. So that time the tendency was quite changed. But now people has changed. They have started taking private job as serious as the government job. But that time I was taking classes, I was going to school, I was taking tuition. And if I required for 30 minutes break, so I was not allowed. And that 30 minutes scale create a chaos. That 30 minutes break was a kind of chaos. So somewhere I felt bad. I said, okay, if things are not going well, why I am putting me that much? Why can't I spend my husband money? I should also take break. So I did that thing. Yeah, but
Yeah, so
absolutely.
we have right to spend money according to our choice. Husband money is our money, and our money is only our money.
Yeah, and our money, and why we are taking care of in-laws and taking care of house.
Everything is free of cost. We are serving for 24/7. We are doing everything without having anything. So it's our right to spend money if we want to spend according to our wish, according to our choice. There,
Yes,
there will not be limit to use his money to according to our choice. So it should be free.
in my mind. Why can't I spend? Why I am struggling that much and I am not getting any kind of praise and any kind of thing, and everybody is looking me in a disgraceful manner. So these were things was quite hurting me. So I just thought, okay, if they are happy that I should at home, so I would be more than happy to be at home and relaxing, feeling my leisure time, enjoying all kind of things. So I started doing the same thing. But as soon as I came to Delhi after 2 years of marriage, I started my job, and I did job for I think more than 10 years. But when I got pregnant, so I had no other choice but to take care of my daughter.
10 years you got pregnant.
Yeah, after 10 years of my marriage. So that's why I took the decision to stay at home. And that decision I was not aware will go that much long. I thought after 2 or 3 years I would be able to rejoin, but that time didn't come back.
Yes. this is this is like a turning point.
Yeah,
We can go forward or we can stay there where we are now. This is
yes.
the turning point, like a
But
okay.
due to the virtue of, today's era, internet era, there are plethora of opportunities through which you engage yourself, you can earn, and you can gain your confidence back.
And there is no need to go out.
Yes, yes, there needs no. And my daughter is quite clingy. She doesn't allow me to go outside. She's too
Yeah,
attached.
your company. She
Yeah,
needs your company. She
yeah.
wants company.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you were in your in-laws' home, so at that time, what was your biggest fear which you had inside you?
The biggest fear was initial days. It was if I wake up late, what would be their reaction? And my sister-in-laws and my age, but there was 4 years of difference. But what I used to do, I used to wake up early around 6 o'clock, and I used to wear sari.
And what about her?
She used to get up around I think 8, 7:30. So, but yeah, one thing I just appreciate, my in-laws used to do all the cleaning and all part by her themselves, because they were thinking somewhere with my daughter is sleeping. So how can I tell? So this thing I just,
What about that?
yeah. So this thing I appreciate. And if I talk about my mother-in-law, she never scold me for anything which if I made any mess up in while cooking food, any kind of thing. She always, she was always supportive. But still, in-law is in-law. We get that thing from in-law side. So this was the biggest fear. If I make any mistake, the problem was that there was a reason, because I lost my father very early age, and my mother was a working woman, and she was specter, she was working in a police. So there was a fear, if I won't be able to do anything, what will they say, that mama to bahar rehti thi, what kind of upbringing she has gotten.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest fear. I don't want to spoil my mother image in front of others, so I was just trying to put 100% from my side. But still I make mistake. I was that time 22 years old, so I was not that much experienced. So things happen, we learn by the experiences. Now I am bold enough to handle anything.
This
Yeah,
kids, na, that's why we didn't know how to handle every situation. But we
yeah,
have to face. Every woman, every girl have to face these
yeah,
type of problem in their in-laws' house.
yeah.
So it's bad sometimes. So at this point, we start losing our ourselves. We start losing.
He said every woman has to face this, but irony is that the very time she turned as a in-law, she did do the same thing.
Yes.
That is the irony.
Wants to inspire everyone, that I am perfect. She always try to show herself that I am perfect in various way. I will be able to do everything to make others happy. So this is our biggest mistake. We want to impress everybody. We don't want to care about ourselves. And this is the point where we start losing our hope, and where we start losing our confidence also, that
Yeah,
we are doing everything but we are not getting anything from everybody. So this is the sad point about
yeah.
every family.
After spending 21 years, now I have realized, and I think every woman realize these kind of things after 5 or 6 or 10 years.
Yes,
Some will
after
take,
5 years.
some will take more time. So I took more time, but now I am strong enough, because when you get any comments from your in-laws and any side, some that time we feel devastated, that after spending so much year, putting so much effort, I tried my best to make them happy,
Yes.
all over with ruin if you make any single mistake, if you answer back that for anything which was you have done for yourself, So that one comment can ruin all the things. So that time I realized what is the sense of
Happened with
putting.
me also. It
I
happened with me also.
everybody, every woman has, I think, passed through this kind of situation. So it is would be good enough. The early you understand this, you cannot make everyone happy. Your first responsibility to make yourself happy. A happy person can make others happy. That is the best thing. If you are not happy, you won't be able to give love and affection to your kids, especially your kids and your husband. And what we do, we pent up all the anger of in-laws in our kids.
And husband also.
Yes. And it's ruin our relationship.
Destroy our relationship.
Yeah, yeah. Most of the time, and if
Yeah.
we I must have observed that if in-laws in our head home, what kind of conversation we do? We only do your mother said this one, your father said this one. These kind of conversation we do have only.
After getting after 4 or 5 years of my marriage, after getting married after 4 or 5 years, I used to think like now this is the right time to talk with my husband. This is the right time to talk with my husband. I can talk easily with my husband. And after a few minutes, my sasuma used to come to me. Mansi, what are you doing? यहाँ क्या हो रहा है अभी से? मतलब अभी क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पर? इतनी देर से यहाँ पे she used to say many things. So it happens. I think it happens with so many girls. I will not say it happens with everyone. There are so many luckiest women also. They are not facing these type of problem. Their in-laws are very supportive, very
Yeah,
good. They behave
in,
in a very good way.
in
So
that
we
way,
were
I can
not
say I
lucky in this.
said very, and in that way I can say I am lucky that my laws are supportive. I cannot say that they are not supportive. They understand me and they never did anything which can make me willingly. They didn't do anything which can make me unhappy. But the irony is that if there are girl in your family, if you have sister-in-laws, so you should come with a mindset. You are not going to be their daughter. There would be comparison. And if you are thinking to get the same love and
That
affection, it's your
exactly.
biggest mistake.
Exactly. Sometimes I also used to feel the same that they are treating their daughter in this way, but why they are not treating me like this way? So I used to think the same. Why they are not treating me like her? How they treat her? So it hurts a lot, sometimes, most of the time it hurts a lot that they are not like my parents. They are not
Yeah.
treating me like my parents, how they used to treat me. So it
Yeah.
hurts a lot.
Yeah, but now I can understand. Since I have become mother, especially a mother of a daughter, the way I am pampering my daughter, the way my husband is pampering, she's like a Cinderella angel for us. How can a person, we have spent 22 years with my daughter. After that, she will get married after 28 years. And how can I compare that love with the person whom I'm going to meeting first time? Like I have spent only 2 years or 3 years, like with the in-laws. That
Yes.
love cannot be compared. So since I have become mother, now I can understand.
Other daughter, which daughter-in-law, daughter-in-law, she might be good rather than your daughter, or she might be like bad in nature. So she can be good or she can be bad, but we should not compare. After judging for 4 to 5 years, then we can think about this, we should judge or not, but we don't have right to judge anybody else. We
Yes,
should judge ourselves, because this is in-laws right to make her comfortable, because she's coming to your home. You are not coming to live in her home, so that's why it's their right to make her comfortable, that it's your home. You are free to live like as you used to live life in your parents home. So this is the biggest mistake that in-laws make every time, that they don't want to let daughter-in-law free. They don't want to give freedom. They don't want to talk in a polite way. So
yeah,
some
but this is our mistake. When your in-laws is saying that you are my daughter, never ever get into the trap. Be intelligent, and it's not going to happen. If and one thing is, I just want to add, it's not only for one side. You cannot love them as like your parents. This is the bitter truth. So this is the another side.
That's why I told you, na, we are going to their home. So it's their right to make us feel comfortable. If we are feeling like they are like my parents, because they try to make me happy every time as my parents. So I will also try to make them happy as my parents. You know, as a daughter, I will try to make them happy, and I will try to do everything what I want to do for them. But if they are not happy with me, if they are not supporting, if they are not talking me with a very like with a nice way, so I will
Yes.
not do anything. I will think like they don't consider me as a daughter. They don't consider me. I'm their daughter. So why should I consider them my parents?
Yeah, after experience of 21 years, one thing I have gotten, no matter what you are effort you are putting, how what kind of relationship you are having,
What you
a single action can ruin all the things. And one thing you should always, no matter what, you cannot be a part of their family initially. Yeah, I have felt that you cannot be that integral part of their family. There always be a separation when it's come to any point. You will feel that you are not part of that family. And in my case, I am not saying that my in-laws are bad. They are quite good. But when it's come to the comparison, again I said, again sister, especially if you have elder
this is
sister.
the only problem. But in other ways, they are very good. They are
Yes.
very. They will
No.
not hide from anything. They will not hide anything from you. They will share everything. They will talk to you. But when it's come to comparison between daughter and daughter-in-law, it hurts a lot.
I
This is
think
a big issue in everybody's family.
and something I think sister-in-law also don't want us to come close to their parents.
Their
This is
parents.
the which I have observed. Otherwise, if I talk about my mother-in-law, she's quite good. She always share each and everything. When I used to go to school, I have torn many sarees of her. I used to wear her saree, and there are every saree you will get a dent or any kind of a scratch. But she never said anything, and she used to give her all jewelry to wear me. But I have seen the expression of my those. When my daughter and my mother-in-law used to do such kind of things, she used to make anything special for me. Say, I have experienced that they don't feel good that time. My mother-in-law used to make kachoris and pie and chutney, whatever I like. Or
Same,
my
same. My mother-in-law, my I also feel the same thing because my both sister-in-laws are married, and they both are younger than me in relationship, not in age. So when they come to my home, my in-laws home, so my mother-in-law's behavior suddenly changed. It seems changed that she has been changed now. Why? Why it happens? And otherwise, she's very very caring, and she's very supportive also, and she loves to make so many things for me, like I love kachoris, and
yeah,
she always make kachoris for me. Whenever we go there, she loves to make kachoris for me specially every time, and she loves to make what I want to eat. So she does everything what she wants to do. But when my sister-in-laws are there, when my both sister-in-laws are at home, she never loves to talk to me. Even she never loves to share anything. She never loves to ask anything about me, about anything. She will
yeah.
never ask anything. So it hurts a lot here because
And
no, you should behave equally. You should treat equally. You should not these type. You should not do these type of things.
point when this thing happened, one thing we feel that still I am not the part of this family. And those
At
secret
that time, we feel this. At that time, we realize that I'm not a part of this family. I'm
and
someone else within living here unwillingly.
yeah. And it's like we are out person, we are third party, and those secret whispering. This secret whispering, annoyed me a lot. Matlab, I cannot explain those feeling in the words when they
Get,
do.
they are
Whenever they're in
getting.
the room, they stop talking. When they are
No,
talking, they in the
but
talk.
with this also. Oh my
Absolutely
god.
with them. Everybody it's happened.
It's been 10 years of my wedding. You know, I have been married for 10 years. And still these things happen with me.
Yeah, and
Every when my sister-in-laws come to my home, these things start happening in my home. I don't know why it happens in my home, but after my sister-in-law's arrival, these things start happening in my home. And I don't like to go at that time when my sister-in-laws are there. I don't know why. So I will not say that my sister-in-laws are not good. My mother-in-laws is not good because she is doing this type of thing. They are not doing this type of thing. And if a mother-in-law uh, has knowledge about these type of things, then how she can manage all the things? How she can manage the
Never expect. So I have stopped expecting anything from anyone. I have just started loving myself. Whatever they do, I can understand they are their daughter, and I know how kind of relationship I am sharing with my daughter. So it's not easy to make others' daughter your daughter. So I need to understand that. So whenever I face such kind of situation, I try to be me myself. So I don't let those negative thoughts impact me. That is the thing, is totally on our hand. Initially it was quite difficult. I used to think a lot. I used to think, things which happened 10 years ago, those kind of words still provoke us.
we can't forget. We
Yeah,
can't forget.
don't forget. And this is the our old tape recorder we used to play every time in front of our husband, that 20 साल पहले तुम्हारी मम्मा ने ये बोला था. So we are in habit of, yeah, but I have started working on myself, my personality. I have learning skill, and I have started running my YouTube channel. You won't believe I have get rid of all these things. I don't even have time to think about that. Every time I used to think about my short, my
Then you will not get time to think about these type of negativity. So it's
yeah,
better to be busy every time.
yes. This is the best thing you can do with yourself. Keep yourself engaged in something concrete which can develop your personality on any scale. Get indulged in any kind of activity. This is the only and practical solution to get rid of those negative thoughts, I think.
Yes.
Because it is a time, एक कोड मैंने बहुत अच्छा पढ़ा था. Like when you are in your 40s and 30s, आप किसी से इसलिए दूर नहीं होते हो कि आप उनको सबक सिखाना चाहते हो, बल्कि इसलिए दूर होते हो कि आप अपना सबक सीख चुके हो.
Yes. Start focusing on something to change our personality, to change our thoughts, to change our life.
Practical, because I'm in the right side of my 40s. So this is the change of hormonal changes. There are many changes we are facing, especially if you are the right side of 40s. So it's a right time to think about your health, your not only physical health, your mental health also. Because this is the time when you will feel that your husband is also getting engaged in his job more deeply, because they are growing day by day. Earlier he was manager, now he is GM. So the responsibility has increased. So he won't be able to give you that much time. Your kids are growing, they are getting engaged in their personal life. After 5 years, you will feel a empty space around you, and you won't have anything to do with that. So this is the right time to develop yourself, to get engaged in something which you can go in the long run, so that you would be able to make yourself happy. Making yourself happy is our responsibility. If you are thinking other to make us happy, it's the biggest mistake we are making.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's true. But realize after some time, after wasting some years.
Yeah, it takes time. Experiences have not come in a 1 or 2 days. And when they come by the experiences, whenever you learn
Yes.
through your experiences, it would be helpful. If you think that someone has told me that I will start behaving that way, it's not going to happen. Whenever you learn through experiences, is go for the long period of time.